Hello, friends. In fact, I would like to address you as friends of Osho because without Osho, there is nothing in my life. And friends are in my life because of Osho. So I'm so grateful to you all that you are listening to me. And also, I have some friends asked me that what is my opinion about Wild Wild Country. Now, first thing that when there is something negative in news, the headlines are printed in a newspaper front page, and that attracts people more than the positive news. Here, the people mostly who has given the interview or the filmmaker who has taken the interview from the people of Antelope, a little town, the people who are not educated, the children are only shooting the birds with their guns. They have never seen the highways, airplane, big cities. They have never even came. They never came to Rajneeshpuram even to look at it. How can you give all kind of a judgment and without even knowing the place, without even knowing the people? Yes, in Antelope also, we bought some. It was the properties for sale. We didn't rob the property. They were on sale. We bought it. And we are red clads, of course. Why not? You know, we have our uniform. Military has its uniform. Navy has a uniform. Airline has a uniform. We have our uniform identifying that we are on a spiritual path and we are creative people and we are working within ourselves, the inner journey. Osho said the inner journey is the toughest journey because outside is very easy to go. Our eyes are open, we look at everywhere else, but when you close your eyes and you go inside and dare to go within and find out who am I, why I am born, what is my purpose in life. The filmmakers, just to make money, okay, they made this film, but they could also come to us, no? The residents, and ask them, but then their motivation was just to make money and throw the negativity. In previous episode, I had said that where there is a Buddha, there are flies, and flies come to the garbage. And the man is in a hole. Is a one piece of negativity and positivity. It's the two sides of one coin. The same person, the lover who says to his girlfriend or a boyfriend, "Oh, I die for you, I love you to death," after they are marrying few years, that was the biggest mistake that I married you, and they want to kill each other. So I'm not blaming anybody, but I'm saying please open your eyes. To us, something big, creative is happening. And now I will even tell you that how was our day, every day, our daily life. So we were, as I said, we were working 14 hours a day. And we were working 14 hours a day. It doesn't mean that when we go home, we have to do our personal work also, like laundry, cleaning. No. There was a team. There are teams. There's a cleaning team will go and every house They will go and clean, they will change the bed sheets, they wash the clothes, and there was a little pantry and a small kitchen that if you don't want to go for lunch or dinner, you can have fruits and some toast and butter and some tea, coffee, milk. So those were supplied as well. So when we came home, we never even had to think, oh, my toothpaste is finished. So you see, this is a commune, and everybody is helping everyone. When we went in our department to work, we bow down and said Gachamis. Buddham Sharanam Gachami, Sangam Sharanam Gachami, Dhammam Sharanam Gachami. I bowed down to the highest awakening of human, the Buddhahood. I bow down to the Sangha, the commune of the Buddha. I bow down to ultimate law of universe. And then we started our work in gratitude. And the end of the shift in thanking our place. For example, people who work in the carpentry, they would be grateful to their tools in thanking them to give them cooperation. Like I used to work in restaurants, so when you go, we bow down to the Agni, to the oven. You see, these rituals are actually very traditional, but in a modern age, we have forgotten. We kept this tradition. Nobody knows that. Even when we had to make the roads because there was those muddy roads, we had to create roads, so we needed a concrete. For that, we needed to blast the mountains and create the concrete from the machine. So there also, our master said, you go to the mountain, and we were 5,000 people, we were residents. The other was coming and going, total would be 15,000 come and go. He was saying, everyone, whole commune, all the residents, when the engineers and the contractors say that okay, we needed to blast this mountain for to create the concrete, all of you go sit there and do the gachamis and pray, will you allow us, we need your help, can we blast and use your concrete. If one of the 5,000 people says no, we would go to other mountain. Nobody talks about this. We love nature. Nobody talks about this. Yeah. As I said, negative, positive, you have to balance. And you have to see what do you want. How you want the inspiration in your life. We created Rajneesh Hotel in 3 months. Okay? And there were guests were allowed. In fact, the families were for 3 days. They would be able to come and stay for free and then look how we are doing the creation. Our day was divided into two. The first, when we go to our department and do our worship, work is worship, worship is prayer. When we do our worship, and then after lunch at 2 o'clock, we all gather by Osho's house, and then Osho will come for a drive-by, and all the musicians will their instruments, and we will sing and dance all the religious songs, and then Osho will go for the drive, and through the commune he will go further, and then he used to come up to Antelope also, because some of us were few days working in the Antelope in Zorbadi Buddha. He would come there as well. He will stop his car, he blesses, then he will go back. So for me, we had a blessed life. And please ask us. Only if you want to carry negativity in your life, you are free. But also balance it. And then, before making any judgment, ask yourself, how would you like to have your life? Like we lived? Or how the negativity was provoked? And as I said, enlightened masters are not afraid to speak the truth. And of course, he was condemning the politicians, the priests, the fake guidance to the people in name of the religion. Remember, spirituality and religion is two different things. Religion is organized. Spirituality is your own inner self knows. Your own journey is spirituality. So we all were working on ourselves while working together. And then in the evening we will have the dancing, singing, and I still don't understand that just to make, they could have, these people could have even make money also, and even make more money if they showed both the parts. But they're only showing one part. And that also people never been there. People never came there, never even came up to the Rajneeshpuram, the ranch, the up there on the hill. They never even came. Antelope Zorba was our entrance, and that Zorbati Buddha small cafe, and then people that came from Portland in a bus and have in Zorba some snacks, some drinks, some food, and then go ahead in Rajneeshpuram. In the Rajneeshpuram, we did have our own, it was a private township. So we did keep the security, of course, because XYZ, anybody would come. And the antelope, the name antelope is, there is a deer, male deer is known as an antelope. And the cowboys come to do their prey, their shikar, pass by through. Then that's how this little town was called Antelope. So anything else, if you want to know, feel free to write it in a comment. Feel free to ask me things. I can tell you many stories of master and disciples. And then, without taking a lot of time, I would close the chapter for today. And we will talk on a next episode. Okay? Bye bye. Thank you. I lived in Hawaii, so I would say mahalo. And when I greet you, I would say aloha. Okay, thank you.